Thank you for tuning in to Last Breath TV's Throwback Thursday. This is where we show off all of our favorite whitetail, turkey, hand fishing, antelope, mule deer, and bear hunting episodes from the past. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so that way you never miss an episode.
Hello guys, welcome back. Last Breath TV coming at you from the tree. It's our first sit of the year. It's October 4th. It was 87 degrees yesterday. It is now 60 degrees. Had a massive cold front come through. The pressure is 30 and rising. Tomorrow is predicted to be 85-90% chance of rain all day, including Saturday and probably Sunday. So we thought we might as well give her a go. We're sitting in here in a stand you guys will know well. You've seen us hunt here 100 times. We have replant oats down below us to the north. A nice big lush thick brassica plot up here to the south. This was once all brassicas at one point, but it flooded really bad. And there's still some mud down low, you can tell. So I came in here a couple weeks ago and reseeded oats just everywhere that we lost on our food plot. Because this was the best part of our food plot until it flooded. So we've got fresh oats coming up. We've got hot scrapes. MJ is lurking, and that's who we're in here to kill. We ain't killing nothing but him. Or this other deer that showed up. We don't really know much about him, but we're gonna give her a try. Mama's right there. I'm gonna shoot her, she's limping. You on her? You on her? She done. I wasn't gonna shoot her, but she was limping, so I took care of her. She's down probably 75 yards.
I'm working out of town. I'm taking the country roads on my way home because it puts me right at deer 30 as the time I'm coming by in accordance to my house. I notice this field is freshly picked. Farmers are out there in the back portion of the field and there's deer all over the front. So I got on my hunt stand, did some research, made some phone calls, and got permission to hunt this farm. So I got permission about a week before Halloween. A couple days later, I went out, threw a trail camera up just to see. I found a huge scrape, wanted to see what kind of deer are frequenting the area. I go back a week later and check it, and the first video on the camera is uh-oh.
Hey guys, it obviously doesn't take a brainiac to figure out where Matt and I are tonight. So with the 25-mile-an-hour winds, gusts over 30, that's supposed to be happening tonight. With this wind, we've got direction and velocity. We decided to lay off huevos tonight. We are in the hole, as you obviously have already figured out, where Matt and I killed a grounded buck last year, the Interstate 10. We don't really have a big shooter yet here. We've got an extremely old deer we call Igor, but he might score 90 inches this year. He's just huge-bodied, absolutely no rack this year, which is okay, but honestly, we're just in here after a doe. We're getting what seems like a gazillion pictures of does down in this bottom. Right after we got done hunting this morning, we just got back in here and trimmed a few lanes, and before we even got set up, we've already had deer right underneath us. So There's 3 big deer in here, back in here that are using this, and this back in here is torn up. I bet within 100 yards of this tree or less, there's 15 to 20 scrapes, and just as many rubs. So several of these big deer are using it. Hopefully we see one tonight. We're gonna sit down, try and sit still and be quiet, and see if we can get done.
So I started sharing this property with the property owners, relatives, and I told them that I was going to strictly hunt on the ground just to make sure the peace was kept. So I hunted a few times early November, didn't have much luck. I just basically went out there just to kind of get an idea of where these deer are moving through this property. It's basically a giant field with a couple little fingers in it, so I just kind of wanted to see how the deer were using it. So let's fast forward to muzzleloader season.
With Matt grabbing a last-second muzzleloader tag, we set out to go check the moultries, and we had another big deer we called high-low out there frequenting the area quite a bit in daylight. So honestly, we set out to go kill him. We went to the very back of this property where we had him 2 or 3 days in a row in daylight.
Well, it's our last hoorah with a gun to be able to shoot a buck with a gun. We switched it up and came to a place I got permission to hunt not far from my house. I pulled cards today, and as of right at the first day of second gun season, high-low was still alive, but I don't know about the other giant that was out here. Sitting over a big cut cornfield tonight, tucked up in the brush along the fence. We're just gonna see what happens. If a big old doe comes out at last light and we ain't seen a buck by then, I'm probably gonna let her have it. So we'll see.
We sat down and basically waited, and deer started flowing out, and I look across the field and I see this big deer standing out there. I throw my binos up, and to my complete surprise, it is uh-oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a little tiny buck. They spooked at something in that low spot. Okay. Yep, it's him.
So uh-oh is out in this field, and he's bumping 3 or 4 does around, and he's out there probably 200 yards. Matt decides to snort wheeze, and this deer just absolutely flips inside out. He is on a mission right towards us. Goes down into the draw and is raking every tree he can see. And finally, after about 15 minutes of that, he works up the hill right towards us. The most epic footage I've ever laid down personally. And to the end of the story of this deer is absolutely incredible.
I'm gonna let him come. as we get a clear shot, I'm gonna kill him. He's gonna be at mine too. Are you good to go? Are you good to go? Okay. Just tell me when. I'm gonna let him come. You ready? Just don't move. He's done. He's done. Don't move. Look at that. Look right there. That's a 170-inch double drop tine buck dead. 20 freaking yards from the tree. Uh-oh, is dead. First time ever seeing him. I'm bucked out on a freaking mega giant. I got a phone call to make. Grant. What? You guys better be filming right now, because I just killed that double drop tine buck.
Just killed the double drop buck?
Yeah.
Oh my God. A 180.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I just killed Uh-oh. Uh-oh is dead 25 yards from us right now.
25 yards. Dude, post on the story. Oh my God. Congratulations. We're coming down.
Yep, he's literally dead 25 yards from us. I shot him at 50 yards, and he ran to 20 yards and freaking died right there. Yeah, it's the most epic you'll probably ever see. 50 yards to 20 yards. Borrowed muzzleloader because I couldn't get mine sighted in. Uh-oh is done. No track job required. You guys want to see something special? Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo, my God, look at that. Oh, my double drop tine buck. 2 of them in 3 freaking years. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is the first time we saw this deer. I got pictures of him. This new farmer picked up that I got to share with some guys. Got pictures of him back in October for the first time. And this is the first time we've laid eyes on him here in muzzleloader season. I haven't hunted it much because I just try not to get in other people's way. But nobody was out here tonight, so we came out here tonight and we did the unthinkable. Uh-oh is done. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that deer? Would you look at that freaking deer? 5.5, 6.5-year-old buck. Giant. Freaking giant. Oh, thank you. It had to have been that Snortweeds because he had all his attention on them does. I just went, and it took him 10 minutes, but he came. I don't even know what to do, huh? I don't even know what to do with my hands right now. I really don't. I'm like 4 miles from my house. At least it ain't gonna take long to get home. But we gotta go get a deer first. There's a special place for that bad girl right there. It's 400 yards away. That deer would not be possible without this gun right here. Roger Simpson helped me try to get my Omega sighted in. We were having a little difficulty and it's down to the wire, and he said, you know what, I've got my Encore. You can borrow it if you want. So thank you, Roger. This does not go unnoticed.
If you like listening to hunting stories as much as watching them, then check out our podcast. The Last Breath Huntcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all other major podcast platforms.